Hey everybody, welcome back to the Working Man's Whiskey. I'm Bobby. Guys, I got a really special review for you today. This is one that I've been wanting to do for a while. Haven't been able to because I haven't been able to find this whiskey. But here's a little backstory on how this came to be. My buddy Adam from the Whiskey Wasteland, he did a review back in November, I believe, and I've been looking for this product ever since. Been searching around. Everywhere I go, I look for it. Haven't been able to find it. It's a limited release, so a little more difficult to find. But there's a liquor store right by the job I'm working at right now in Healdsburg, California. It's called Tip Top Liquors is what it's called. And I bought several products from them, good prices. Everything's really good in there, but they didn't have this product. They haven't had this, and I finally went up to the owner and asked him if he could at least keep an eye open for it. This is a while back. This is probably I want to say near the beginning of the year, so a little over a month. And he said to keep an eye open for it, but no promises. And then yesterday after work, I went back in there, and there it was right there on the shelf. He ordered a case of them, so pretty happy. And thank you to Adam for recommending this, for reviewing this. I'm looking forward to this, man. Really looking forward to this. And also thank you to Julia, one of my viewers on here. She kind of seconded Adam's opinion on this stuff, said I need to try it out. So excited to talk to you guys about this. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce Jim Beam Distiller's Cut. And Jim Beam Distiller's Cut's pretty special stuff, guys. It's not only a limited release. It's a product. It's selected by Fred No, who's like a fifth or sixth great grandson of Jim Beam. 7th generation master distiller over there at Jim Beam. And Fred No wanted to do something a little bit different, release a bolder whiskey. So what he did with this stuff, this is straight out of the barrel, unfiltered whiskey. They remove, I believe, little bits of wood and stuff like that, but that's it. But Fred No wanted to just do something different. Usually Jim Beam products are chill filtered. And during the distillation process, fatty acids build up. And then during the final processes of making the whiskey, they do the chill filtration, and it cuts out those fatty acids pretty much, which it kind of makes the product different than it was coming out of the barrel. And guys, I've reviewed Stag Junior on here, another Jim Beam product, Booker's, and these are unfiltered whiskeys, and I really enjoy unfiltered whiskeys. I want to taste what the product was like in the barrel. It just that fresh from barrel to bottle, and that's what I want to try out. So I think this is a great idea. This has those fatty acids still in there, and according to Fred No, it just makes for a bolder, just more pure whiskey. So that sounds pretty good to me, guys. So I'll read you a little bit about this stuff right here. It says, Distiller's Cut is only quality screened to remove barrel char pieces from the liquid. This does not change or lessen the flavor in any way. In extremes of temperature, it may appear a little cloudy. This is normal for a non-chill filtered whiskey. And it's 100 proof, so 50% ABV. There is an age statement on this bottle. Not an exact age statement, but gives you a little, just a little idea of how old it is. It says between 5 and 6 years old. And it's not, a super aged, product, but 5 or 6 years old, guys, that's fine, and people get too caught up in the years sometimes, and you might get something that was aged for 10 or 15 years that isn't all that great, and you might get something aged for 3 or 4 or 5 years that's pretty good stuff. So give it a chance. As you can see, I have not opened this yet. Just bought it yesterday after work, so really excited about this. And let's see, it says Distiller's Cut is a limited run, unfiltered, aged to taste bourbon, personally selected by Master Distiller Fred No. This smooth yet complex bourbon is his inaugural 2017 release, meant to be shared with friends and family. So, enough talking, guys. I want to open this stuff and try it out. Thanks again, Adam, from the Whiskey Wasteland. He's got a good thing going over there, so guys, definitely check out his channel if you haven't yet. All right, nice little pour, 100 proof, so don't take this stuff too lightly. But we look at this, and I can see what they mean, guys. It's a little cloudy here. It's not too dark. I'd say it's a medium amber. It's not super dark though. But definitely, it sticks to the glass pretty well, and it's almost got like an oily type look on the glass there. So let's give it a nose. And guys, big nose, big nose there. It smells really good. You get some corn sweetness, some caramel type sweetness in there, but you get I get big spice notes there. Cinnamon, nutmeg, maybe some clove, definitely some oak, and vanilla. It's almost got a, dried fruit thing going on. Maybe some raisins in there. Raisins and dates, that kind of thing. Let's give it a nose. Let's give it a taste. Wow. That's delicious. On the palate, there's a lot going on there. Definitely some good spice there. Not just rye spice, maybe a little bit of rye spice, but more. I get more of the baking spices. The cinnamon. Definitely some cinnamon in there. Definitely some clove, a little bit of nutmeg. Definitely some that dried fruit note, dates, raisins. But I also get like a lighter fruit taste on the palate as well. Maybe some like I don't know if you guys ever had apple chips or dried apple bits, but definitely some apple in there too. It's got a little bit of a, let's see. Got a little bit of a mintiness about it. It's a really unique flavor, guys. Really unique flavor. Definitely some sweetness in there. Not overpowering on the sweet. It's caramel. You get more of the caramel. A little bit of peanut brittle in there, but it's more of a caramel taste on the palate, and I think more of a. I got more corn on the nose, but as good as the nose was, this stuff tastes even better. It tastes even better. It does definitely have that kind of oily mouthfeel, that thickness to it. Let's give it another taste. It's so good, guys. Definitely find this, buy it. This bottle here, shoot, unfiltered whiskey for 100 proof, $22.99 for this bottle. It was about 24 and a half or so with after tax. Man, this is a steal. This is a steal. I hope when I go back to my job next week, after I get off work, hope to buy at least another bottle of this stuff before it goes. I mean, I think I want to say he got somewhere around 6 or 8 bottles of this stuff. And for some reason, I think all of them are still there. I don't know how long he's had it. I hadn't checked at the store in a while, but this stuff, guys, it's really, really good. You guys are going to love it. Even if you're not a Jim Beam fan, I am, but if you're not, try it out. This does not taste like your average Jim Beam product. Even their average stuff is good, but this I'd put this right up there with Knob Creek, that kind of line right there. Knob Creek, maybe even I don't like it as much as Booker's, to be honest. Booker's is one of my favorites, but I put it right up there somewhere between Knob Creek and Baker's. I think it's really, really good. For a rating, I would give this. I'm gonna give this a 94 out of 100, guys. 94, I think, is a really good score. Nothing wrong with this product at all. I wouldn't change anything about this product at all. 100 proof, for what this is, 100 proof, I think, is right there where it needs to be. I think Baker's is 107 proof. Booker's is around 130 or so. But this is right where this needs to be, right there at 100 proof. Why don't I give it a higher score? I don't know. I mean, this is as good as this one can get before getting to that next level of Baker's or Booker's above that. So here you go, guys. 94 out of 100. If you can find this Jim Beam Distiller's Cut, buy it. Don't hesitate to buy it. Just buy it. Shoot, if you can get it anywhere between $20-$30, it's well worth your money, and you won't be disappointed. Definitely leave me some comments on this one, guys. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check me out on my Facebook page, The Working Man's Whiskey, and I look forward to talking to you guys soon. I don't have anything lined up at the moment. Thinking about going. I love bourbon, but I'm thinking about going Scotch, maybe I don't know, Scotch or maybe even an Irish whiskey next time. Yeah, I'm keeping my options open. So if you have any ideas, let me know. I look forward to that. And that's it for this, guys. Hope you all have a good weekend. And until next time, cheers.